You ready? It has MSG derivatives like citric acid, which is used in sodas. It is fed to livestock and called black strap. Now, y'all niggas ain't got beaten up enough that y'all go out and buy something called black strap molasses that they feed to cattle. Check. Make you want to holler, throw up both your hands. Yeah. Now, we ain't even begun this shit. You're just hang in there for a minute. Now, I'm going to give you a minute before I get to some dirt y'all going to really hate me on. Because 9 times out of 10, y'all going to go out there y'all get this now, because an educated consumer is a live one. Let me get that right for you. It'll get it. I can scoot it up a little bit closer. Can y'all figure? Now, y'all go ahead and put that down, so I ain't got to call it off for y'all. But MSG is in every damn thing. And I mean every damn thing. And I'm going to find where I think I put the list. But in my video in the Gathering of the Masters in Atlanta, y'all asked Brother Prentice for that one. In there, I break down all the foods that have MSG and break it down so that you all go shopping, you all look for all the different ingredients that have MSG capabilities. And there's about 40 of them. And they're in all your health foods. So the name of that tape is The Gathering of the Masters. It's the nanogenetics of mind control. It's how they're going to mind control you at the genetic level by twisting your reality and making you become your own mind control slave. Y'all got that? These are the names that you're going to see. Autolyzed plant protein, glutamic acid, autolyzed yeast, gelatin, monosodium glutamate, yeast food or nutrient. See, yeast food or nutrient, sodium caseinate, hydrolyzed vegetable protein, monopotassium glutamate. These are all the same as MSG. It gives you the same reactions. It makes you crazy. It shuts down a lot of your critical thinking, and you can't even feel anymore. Cops take a whole lot of MSG before they go out to do any kind of patrolling on your streets. Does that give you a clue? Finally, because they're always in that damn donut shop. What you think them damn donuts made from? Pure sugar and MSG. And here's finally, now y'all gonna really be mad at me because y'all have become so addicted. Soy. All right, let me get ready for this. Soy. Now this food product, in all of its forms, is the biggest health hype of the new millennium. Only a few decades ago, the soybean was considered unfit to eat, even in Asia. Even the damn Chinese didn't want the shit. But the holistic health community don't know shit. Let's just introduce it to them. Now, history on soy. During the Chow dynasty, which is of 246 BC, the soybean was designated as one of the 5 sacred grains along with wheat, barley, millet, and rice. In the pictures drawn about these grains, the parts indicated the soybean shows that it was not first used as a food, where the pictographs for the other 4 showed their seed, their stem structures, and the buds. The pictographs of the soybeans only showed the root structure as the part that they used. Therefore, soybean was used only in crop rotation as a way to return nitrogen to the soil. That was it. The soybean did not serve as a food until the introduction of the fermenting process. Until the introduction of the fermenting process. The first soy foods were fermented products like tempeh, natto, miso, and soy sauce. Now, if you are carrying a seed, my sister, you need to pay attention to this. About the 2nd century, Chinese scientists discovered that puree of cooked soybeans could be precipitated using calcium sulfate and magnesium sulfate, which are, respectively, plaster of Paris and Epsom salts. All right. I'm going to say it again. Chinese scientists discovered that they could create a puree of cooked soybeans based upon calcium sulfate and magnesium sulfate. Calcium sulfate is plaster of Paris, the shit they hang walls with, the shit they make what's these facings with, and Epsom salts, the shit that runs right through you when you take it in. Now, they took these 2 components together, and from the soybean mulch, they created a curd called tofu. Now, here we go. The Chinese did not eat unfermented soybeans like they did other legumes because the soybean contained a large quantity of natural toxins, or what are known today as anti-nutrients. Anti-nutrients, the same shit that they were trying to promote to you in the form of a substance called olestra, which was a fat that was not a fat. Now, who's in their right mind going to think of some shit like that? A fat that was not a fat. So that you would eat a fat that was not a fat. And then what? Soybeans contain potent enzyme inhibitors. Listen carefully, beloved. Potent enzyme inhibitors that block the action of what is known as trypsin and other enzymes needed for protein digestion. These enzyme inhibitors are large, tightly folded proteins that are not completely deactivated through cooking. They produce serious gastric distresses, reduce protein digestion, and cause a chronic deficiency in what they call the amino acid uptake. In certain test animals, diets high in trypsin inhibitors cause enlargement of and pathological conditions in the pancreas, and they also cause cancer. Soybeans also contain hemagglutinin that causes red blood cells to clump together. Trypsin inhibitors, together with hemagglutinin, become growth inhibitors. Growth inhibitors. So, growth-depressing compounds in soy are deactivated during a process of fermentation. So once the Chinese perfected how to ferment the soybean, they began to incorporate soy foods into their diets. Now, in precipitated products, or what are fermented products, enzyme inhibitors concentrate in the soaking liquid rather than in the curd. So what they do is when they use the two sulfates, it extracts the inhibitors in the curd, it goes into the water, but it don't get all of it. Because they scoop the shit out and put it right back in to wherever it is they're going to process it next. Thus, in tofu and in bean curd, growth depressants are reduced in quality and quantity, but not completely eliminated. Soy also contains what are known as goitrogens, substances that depress your thyroid function. It gets better. Soybeans are also high in phytic acid, which is present in the bran or the hull husk of all seeds. This blocks the body's uptake of essential minerals like calcium, magnesium, copper, iron, and most essentially zinc in your intestinal tract. Soy contains the highest phytic acid levels than any other grain or legume studied. Vegetarians who eat tofu and bean curd as a meat substitute risk severe mineral depression. Zinc is vital to cellular intelligence and is your overall conduit for electrical intelligence. Zinc is also necessary for painless childbirth. It is the lack of zinc in the women that causes the heavy pain during childbirth. It is vital for optimal development, and listen carefully, of your brain and your nervous system. Zinc is necessary for that. It plays a role in protein synthesis and collagen formation for the bones. Zinc is necessary for blood sugar control and vital for pain and reproductive health. Zinc deficiency causes that spacey feeling that most vegans and vegetarians mistake for getting high on life and getting enlightened and shit. Motherfuckers eating too much damn tofu. When you got zinc deficiency, electrical transduction and electrical transport is deficient. And all your shit ain't firing on time. So you out there like, oh, I was in another place, bro. Spirit was talking to me. Bullshit, Spirit wasn't talking to you. You're out of your mind. You gotta be in your right mind to know what spirit is. You can't be all, bro, you can't be out there. Shit, why you think? You think somebody in their right mind now, every now and then you used to see the brother who's on heroin. They're only in this portion of their right mind. The rest of it is gone. Now, soy protein isolate. That's something else you need to put up there. Soy protein isolate is also in most of so-called health foods. It is the key ingredient that gives soy burgers its meat taste. And soy milk its milky taste. Oh, listen carefully. The soy protein isolate that they put back into your food after they process it the way I told you is what gives the soy burgers its meaty taste. While it's giving, you see what happens is your taste buds are working on your brain to recognize taste. Now, if as you are tasting what you think is meat, analog meat is giving you a taste because they got this soy protein isolate, that means whatever it is your body is converting to a memory of tasting like meat is sucking out your zinc at the same time it's giving you the feeling that you eat meat. I know all these brothers and sisters out there in the health healing community, they just going to hate Brother Valentine. But I got to give it the way it is. Then y'all do what y'all want to do. But I got to tell it. Check. Now, acid washing the the soy. They acid wash the soy, right? After mixing it with the alkaline solution to remove the fiber